Hi guys, you're welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's episode, we are going to be talking about feeling before loving again. Now, before we go into today's topic, let's take a recap for the benefit of those that are just coming across my video for the first time. Now, in this series, we are talking about love, life, and lessons. And in our last episode, we talked about regaining your self-confidence, regaining your identity, and setting self-love as the foundation for discovering your identity. For the benefit of those that are interested, you can go ahead and watch the video. It's right there in my channel. Today we are going to be talking about healing before you love again. Now, have you ever wondered why your relationships keeps repeating the same patterns? Like, you've loved deeply, you've trusted fully, you've invested your time, you've invested your emotions, only for you to experience heartbreak again, only for you to be disappointed again, only for you to be betrayed again. And at the end of the day, you end up feeling emotionally exhausted. The problem is that a lot of people actually chase love when what you first need is healing. In today's episode, we are going to be talking about healing before love and why emotional healing is one of the most important investments that you need to make before you enter into a new relationship. Now, why does healing before love matter? Now, let's take a look at it. The society, they often tell us, they'll say, don't worry, what you actually need is someone that will love you. But come to think about it, does it really work that way? The truth is that finding someone that loves you does not automatically erase your past hurt. That past betrayal, that past disappointment can actually lead to feelings of insecurity. It can actually lead to overthinking. They can lead to a lot of things that affect a lot of relationships today. And that is why healing is a very crucial step for you to take before you venture into a new relationship. And come to think of it, would you want someone else to come and be bearing the burden of a pain that he or she didn't create? Of course not. Now imagine a man named David. He grew up feeling abandoned. His parents abandoned him. They weren't there for him. Maybe they were probably present but not present for him emotionally. And maybe his parents used to fight a lot. They treated him badly and they were not just there for him when he needed it the most. Now he is now grown up. He has ventured into a lot of relationships. And each time he goes into a relationship, and whenever they have really disagreements, he starts feeling scared, thinking that, okay, this person is going to abandon me. It now got to a point that he just has to settle for less. He can't even express himself. He can't say anything. Why? Because he's feeling scared of being abandoned. He's feeling scared of being left alone again. He's feeling scared of being mistreated again. And what do you think caused it? It was his past trauma. It was his past experiences, his childhood experiences came back alive to his adult love life, and this continued until he started therapy and until he realized that he needed to heal. And once he healed from this past emotional trauma, he was able to build a healthy and loving relationship. The same applies to us today. A lot of us go into relationship with our past pains, then we venture into a new relationship, bringing those hurts, bringing those pains, bringing those past mistakes into our present relationship. This illustrates how bringing past pain can affect our present relationship life, and that is a very heavy burden for anybody to bear. A healthy relationship is only built by two people that are willing to grow, not two people that are trying to save each other. Maybe this person brings his own trauma, you too, you bring your own trauma. You are now trying to help each other with the trauma. You know that relationship can never be balanced. You always have problems. But when you've taken steps, this does not mean that maybe you should be perfect. No, healing before you love does not mean you have to be perfect. But when you have started healing, you already know yourself, you recognize your patterns, you know the places that you need to work on, you know your boundaries, you know your limits, you already know unhealthy patterns, you already know the things that you need to look out for in a new relationship, you already know the mistakes you made in your past relationships. This awareness helps you to be able to create a balanced relationship. Same thing also goes to your partner. Even in marriages nowadays, the same thing also applies to them. a lot of people bring it, a lot of couples nowadays, the problems they are having is just based solely on the past trauma they have. A lot of parents, a lot of couples, the issues they are having is just because of the past traumas they have when they were growing up, either from their parents when they were growing up, their childhood, they bring it up into their relationship and they struggle a lot. Although not all of them end up separating or divorcing, but they really struggle a lot, and it even eventually reflects onto their children because of what they were not able to overcome all these things before they became parents and before they became partners, which is why we are talking about this today. Now, if you bring about 100 people, before you find someone that doesn't actually have emotional trauma or something bad experienced in their past, maybe you just find about 5 people out of 100 people. You having emotional trauma or you having to heal from something does not make you less of a person. It's actually part of life. Now, what are the signs that you might actually need healing before you go into a new relationship? Number one sign is if you are feeling incomplete when you are alone. Now, if being single feels unbearable, it might be worth asking why. Let's take for example, a person named Donna. She recently had a fallout with her partner and eventually they broke up. Now, Donna was someone that was always lively, was always happy when it was weekends, because she always had the weekend to rest, to enjoy herself, because she always worked. She was working 9 to 5. Now, after this fallout with her boyfriend, she started hating weekends. Why? Because she was single. She started feeling worthless, started feeling like she was missing something, she was left out. This was because she felt like her worth was attached to her being in a relationship. Eventually, when healing started taking place, she realized that her self-worth was not attached to her having a partner. The same thing also applies to you and to every other person that is listening to this video. If you realize that you always feel like you are not complete, you always feel like you are left out, you always feel like there was something missing about you, then you have to ask yourself, you have to think deeply and ask yourself that why are you feeling like this? Yes, I'm not saying that wanting companionship is bad. No, wanting companionship is not a bad thing. It's a natural thing. When you start feeling like you need someone to feel valuable, then you know that you need healing. Another sign that you might need healing is if you are still feeling emotionally attached to your past. Think about it. Do you find yourself replaying conversations between you and your ex? Do you find yourself going to their Instagram page to see their recent updates, to see what they're up to? Do you find yourself comparing every other person you meet to your ex? Then you actually know that you need healing, because when you start healing, you cut all emotional attachment to your past and you focus on more on the future. Sign number 3 is if you are ignoring red flags. A lot of people, because they don't want to be alone, because they fear being alone, they ignore red flags, they accept the bare minimum. Look deeply at the relationship you are in now. Are you seeing a lot of red flags and still ignoring them? Then it's a sign that you need healing. Another point is seeking validation constantly. You actually need validation from other people to feel your worth, then that may be a sign that you have deeper self-worth issues. So for your healing to take place, you have to regain your self-confidence. You don't need the approval of anybody. You don't need the validation from anybody. What matters to you more are your values. Another sign that you might need healing is if you fear being alone. Now, a lot of people, they can't even stay alone. They can't even bear to be alone. They would rather take anything than to be alone. That is a very big sign that there's something wrong somewhere. I'm not saying that being alone is a bad thing, but being alone and being lonely are not the same thing. Realize that you don't have to always rely on having a partner before you can feel good. Actually, you can have friends, you can have other people that you can rely on. These are the 5 major signs I need to watch out for to know if you actually need healing before you can go into a new relationship. Let's talk about what healing actually looks like. Healing is not always dramatic. Healing is mostly quiet. Sometimes healing is just going to therapy, journaling your own thoughts, finding peace within yourself, learning to trust again, learning to love again, spending time alone, learning who you are again, having difficult conversations, setting healthy boundaries. Most of the time, this is what healing looks like. Healing is a journey. It doesn't take place overnight. It is a process. Some days you might feel strong, on other days the old memories might resurface. Healing is a process, and eventually you begin to progress. The process is not measured by not feeling pain. The process is measured by how you respond to this pain. Healing teaches you how to understand your pain, and through that process you become stronger emotionally. Not because your life has gotten easier, but because healing has helped you to become better equipped to be able to handle it. Now let's talk about the relationship with yourself. Before you can build a healthy relationship with someone else, you have to build a healthy relationship with yourself. Now you have to ask yourself, how do you speak to yourself when you make mistakes? Do you just say, oh, I'm stupid, I've made a mistake again? Do you say these degrading words to yourself? How do you treat yourself? How do you celebrate your wins? How do you celebrate your progress? How do you celebrate yourself? Self-love is not about arrogance. Self-love is about respecting yourself. When you love yourself, it is very hard for other people to manipulate you. You won't step out of your boundaries to please other people. And instead of you to chase after people's validation, you start choosing relationships that align with your value. You start choosing relationships that align with your mindset. You start choosing relationships that align with yourself. Now, what are the practical steps that you need to take to heal before you love again? Step 1 is spending time alone intentionally. Take yourself out for coffee. Go for walks. Learn to be comfortable in your own presence. Enjoy activities without needing company. It may feel awkward at first, but with time, you're gonna be looking forward to this solo date. Now, step 2 is journaling your feelings. Writing helps you uncover emotions that you may not realize you are carrying. So ask yourself, what hurt me? What did I learn? Because when you are journaling your feelings, it helps you to be able to work on possible solutions. Now, step 3 is creating healthy boundaries. Boundaries protect your peace. Not everyone deserves unlimited access to your energy, to your time, and to your emotions. Stop answering late night calls from that person who needs your energy. You will come to realize that protecting your peace feels empowering. Now, step 4 is focusing on your personal growth. Read books, develop your skills, sign up for that class, pursue your goals, invest in becoming the better version of yourself. Not only are you going to learn a skill, you will start building confidence in yourself. Step 5 is practicing self-compassion. Like I said earlier, healing is not about perfection. It is about patience. It is about treating yourself with the same kindness that you would offer to a close friend. When you make mistakes, instead of saying that, oh, I'm a failure, start saying that I am learning, I am building myself, I am progressing. This shift will help you to change your healing journey. Now, before you look for someone to love you, you have to make sure that you are giving yourself care, you are giving yourself attention, and you are giving yourself the compassion that you deserve. So healing before love is not about closing your heart, it is about strengthening your heart. The healthiest relationships do not come from desperation. They come from wholeness. They come from two people who know who they are, who understand their worth, and choose each other from a place of emotional health. Remember this, you don't have to rush into love. You don't have to force connections. You don't have to settle for less than you deserve. Take the time that you need to heal. Take the time you need to grow. And when love arrives, you will be ready to receive it from a healthier place. Now think of healing like building a house with a strong foundation. If you rush into love without it, the house will end up collapsing. But if you take your time to heal, your building will rest on a solid ground. So if you have enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe and share this video with someone who might need this message today. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.